The episode begins with a young boy standing up to a group of bullies. I gotta say, looking at this opening scene, it introduces the boy's courageous attitude that you will see later in other episodes of this show. The question here is, what does bully boy mean by quirkless? It's a question that's answered in this episode. I like that even though the boy knew he was going to get hurt, he still put his fists up and took it. He's a kid that knows that the other kids are stronger as they have superpowers, but he still protects the crying boy behind him. We find out that the boy's name is Izuku Midoriya and he has dreams of becoming a great superhero. We're also introduced to the world of superheroes. I would like to point out that their superpowers are called quirks, which is interesting. Humans have developed superpowers and fight villains with the support of the government. You're properly thinking right now, superheroes, that's been done before. And you're right, it has been done, but have you seen the type of heroes that like to gain attention by showing of their strength or sex appeal? Probably not. The next scene shows Izuku at school, and this is when we're introduced to Groans, this guy. MHA8.jpg. If you recognize his face, then good. Katsuki Bakugo is the bully from the opening scene. And guess what? He's still bullying Izuku with different followers this time. Why is he bullying Deku? Same as before, Izuku is quirkless and is source of ridicule by his classmates, with bully boy at the front of course. He also calls Izuku Deku, which means someone who can't achieve anything in Japanese. Deku is also another way to read Izuku, which is good to know. Bakugo wants to be the only one from his school to get into UA High, a school for the best of the best heroes. He tells Izuku to forget it about following him to UA as his quirkless. Bakugo really needs to sort out his issues. Deku, I'll call him that even though it's a horrible name given by a bully, looks up to the top hero, All Might. All Might is like Superman, a big buff guy with blonde hair who smiles all the time. I could tell Deku's a really big fan of All Might, as he has posters in his room and has an All Might action figure. When he was younger, Deku would rewatch the same video of All Might saving people in a disaster. He repeatedly told his mum that we wanted to grow up to be a hero like All Might. But he wasn't able to. The doctors told him and his mum that he was born quirkless. This devastates his mum and Deku as he sat in his room, watching the same All Might video. When Deku asks his mum if he could be a hero, it was heartbreaking to watch his mum apologize to him as she knew he couldn't be a hero. Deku still had hope in his heart, despite the doctors telling him no. Have I mentioned that Deku is absolutely adorable as a little kid? The facial expression on Deku's face as he sat in the doctor's office was sad. He looked so stunned. The next day, Deku is almost taken over by a villain made of slime. Deku was saved by All Might, who destroyed the villain with a Texas smash. Cool name for a punch. Deku passes out and wakes up to see All Might if he's alright. This was a funny moment as we could see Deku fan out over the fact that it was All Might who saved him. His face was priceless XD. MHA24 MHA26. All Might tells Deku now that's his alright, he has to leave to fight crime. But Deku has a question to ask him and ends up tagging along in the air XD as All Might jumps into the air. They land on a rooftop and Deku asks him the question. Even if I don't have a quirk, can I become a hero? I love that Deku asked this question. It's a question that he really wants answered, as you can see by his face. He's meeting the heroes he's looked up to for many years. Instead of just thanking him for saving him and leaving, he follows him, by accident, and approaches him bravely. Deku is a timid character shown throughout this first episode, and this scene showed him push down his timidness and fanboying and step up. Great character already, and I look forward what he does in the next episodes. So the scene ends here before All Might says anything. It's great that Deku is different from other MCs. He has flaws and is not just super strong. I like that he's a smart character that strives to be a hero and doesn't try to take shortcuts. If you like this review of the first episode of My Hero Academia, then leave a like and let me know what you think.